Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to do my weeks 20 and 21 update. 20 and 21. As of today, I am 22 weeks and exactly 1 day. So, wow, yeah, well over halfway. I guess a little over halfway, maybe not well over halfway done. So I'll just jump into it. It's kind of a long list today, but these are the majority of the symptoms that I have felt over weeks 20 and 21. So I will refer to my notes that I made. Don't I look studious? I don't know why I just said that. Just as like a preface, I'm feeling very awkward today. Do you ever have those days where you just like, you feel like nothing that you are saying sounds right? Or that you just feel not right in your body? That happens to me a lot. Like I'll have days where like no article of clothing feels right on my body and I'll change my clothes 10 different times. At least I know that when I have those days that I need to wear, I have a very specific single pair of white granny panties that they're literally the only underwear that feel right on my body. So hit me up in the comments if you know at all what I'm talking about, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, count yourself lucky that you feel right inside of your body most of the time. I'm having an awkward day, so bear with me. All right, symptoms for weeks 20 and 21. Also, I want to address the fact that I feel like a lot of people that do pregnancy updates talk about like the size of the baby, and during any given week. I've never really done that because I don't really care that much. And also, I feel like it's been done before. Everybody knows, like, oh, today the baby is the size of an avocado. That's not exciting. It's not like unique or original. So I just don't do it. Whatever. Awkward. Okay. So weeks 20 and 21, I'm happy to report that my low back pain and the hip pain that I had been feeling is exponentially better. Like I feel like I can just like stand up and start walking as opposed to like stand up, take a minute, kind of like work things out and then start walking. So that's good. Obviously I still have the hiccups and burping. I really feel like the improvement in my back and my hips is because of my birthing ball. I'm on that thing at least twice a day, just doing lots of like movement and stretching, and it feels so good. Like if I've been sitting on the couch and I just feel stiff and uncomfortable, I'll sit on my ball for a while and it's like instantly better. So if you are pregnant, I highly recommend getting a birthing ball. They're great. I continue to have left knee pain, which I received a referral over a week ago for physical therapy. I've yet to hear from the office. Could I just call them? Yeah, I could. That's probably what I need to do next week. Because it has kind of impaired my ability to go for my long walks like I would like to do, just because it's very, very painful. And usually the next day I have to ice my knee pretty regularly. I'll say this quietly, but it feels like it's getting a little bit better. But I still, in the long run, I still think that probably some physical therapy would do me some good. So that is on my list of things to look into next week. Another kind of random symptom is that I feel like I digest my food faster than I used to, meaning I have pretty bad reflux because I have a hiatal hernia. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. Essentially, usually outside of pregnancy, what happens, like when I eat a meal, especially if it's like a bigger meal, I feel like it sits in my stomach for like hours and hours and hours and hours. I just feel very full and uncomfortable, and I don't feel like I digest my food at a normal rate. But I've noticed in the last couple of weeks that within like an hour of eating a meal, I feel pretty well digested and comfortable, which is like a new thing for me. And in light of that, I'm making sure though that like, oh, I feel digested. I'm hungry again, so I'm not, because I don't want to be like eating a whole bunch. That continues to be something that I'm mindful of. I'm very aware of when I'm overeating. But just trying to honestly not eat any more than I normally would. So far that has been working out for me. I was really, and I don't know if this is a thing to be like happy about per se, but between my last OB appointment and my most recent one that I had this week, was over 5 weeks, I only gained a pound, which I don't know, part of me feels proud of, which, you know, I think when I really think about it, that's kind of not like a morbid thing to be proud of, but I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like, you gain however much weight you gain during pregnancy, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that it's something that worries me, because, you know, I started out overweight to begin with. I don't really want to gain a ton of weight because it's not good for me. It's definitely not good for the baby. Whatever. I'm a work in progress. It's something that I'm continually having to walk a fine line, I feel like, of allowing myself to kind of like relax, but also being mindful, because I don't just want to like go crazy. Whatever. That's probably a whole video in and of itself. But to that end, I think I've gained like 14 pounds so far, which I think is in a normal range, although according to my BMI, I should only gain 11 to 20 pounds total. That's not going to happen, but whatever. Okay. New symptom that I've noticed is that I have a lot of like pain in my ribs, and I think it's probably just from like baby growing and everything pushing up, but I also feel like there's a lot, like the muscles, the abdominal muscles, did I say abdominal muscles, like around my ribs, I feel like are having to take over a lot of the work of maybe like my mid abs that they've never had to like really do before, if that makes any sense. So I think it's fairly normal to just kind of feel, just like a lot of rib pain. Like if I feel a sneeze coming on, I really have to like gird my stomach because it's painful. It's not like, you know, excruciating by any means, but like I have to kind of like prepare myself for it. To that end, I've also noticed that my bra is kind of like irritating the top of my belly. It's not like painful, but I've just noticed that I kind of have like a permanent like rub mark on the top of my belly where I think it's just like contacting with my bra, and is a little irritating, but I've actually heard of that happening to other people, so I know it's very, very normal. Something that's not so glamorous, and I don't really know what this is about, is I've noticed at night when I'm sleeping that I drool now. So that's cool. I don't really know what that's all about. I don't know if anyone else has experienced pregnancy drooling in their sleep, but you know, it's not something that I've ever noticed with any measure of regularity prior to this. But it's pretty gross, especially because the pillowcase that I have on my pillow is a silk pillowcase that I use for my hair because it's good for your, especially curly hair, whatever. But silk doesn't really absorb moisture very well. So I've noticed that I'm like sleeping on my side and I wake up and there's literally like a puddle of drool right next to my face. Super glamorous. So that's cool. That also coincides with my fever dreams, which I've now called them my dreams are always kind of off the hook, but during this pregnancy, they have been ultra off the hook. They are like fever dreams. If you've never had a fever dream, they're just crazy. They're very like tumultuous, like not restful sleep at all, but whatever, it comes with the territory. And lastly, I'm feeling lots and lots of baby movement. Actually, in the last 24 hours, the baby has started river dancing on my bladder. So that's new and fun. And I actually don't mean that sarcastically. It is kind of new and fun. Definitely being able to feel the baby moving a lot is reassuring. We had our anatomy scan yesterday and passed with flying colors, so super, super excited about that. It took probably right around an hour to do it because little baby was stubborn, and the last two pictures she needed to get that she hadn't been able to get were pictures of the spine and the heart. And this little fool baby was not cooperating. It was pretty comical. Also leads me to further believe that it is in fact a very stubborn hatchet girl. Excuse me. But time will tell. So it was really, really exciting to have that done. It's just honestly another thing to check off my list of things that I don't need to worry about. And honestly, going into the anatomy scan, I would say that I was probably 98% excited and 2% like worried that something would be wrong, which is kind of saying a lot considering all of the things that we've been through with the infertility and the miscarriages. You know, I think it's easy when you finally do get pregnant to spend the entire pregnancy just like kind of in a panic about things that could go wrong, or, you know, what if something goes wrong? And I really think that my hypnobirthing audios, like the recorded like guided meditations and all of that, has really made a huge difference in allowing me to just kind of release and let go of a lot of the fears and worries and anxieties that I've had in regards to this pregnancy. And honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of like soaking every single symptom and moment in and enjoying it. Because I definitely, you know, it's just not something that I take for granted, I guess. So even when, you know, I don't feel great, and all things considered, like this pregnancy so far has kind of been a bit of a breeze, and I realize that I'm only 22 weeks in and it only gets harder from here, but I'm just grateful for every single moment of it. So that's about all I have. I'm thinking about, I've been recording videos every 2 weeks. I think next week I'm going to make a video about kind of like addressing how I personally dealt with struggling with infertility and loss while also working as an OB nurse, because I think that is something that a lot of women with infertility struggle with is, you know, how do you manage your emotions when having to be confronted by someone with children or pregnant women, whatever. So I think I'll just film a short little video about my experience with infertility and loss while also working as an OB nurse. So I hope everyone has had a great week. It is Friday, which means what? Pizza? Maybe pizza? Although I already had pizza once this week. I honestly could eat pizza every single day for 3 meals a day. Easily. Like, pizza is my absolute favorite food. Whatever. I hope everyone's had a great week and everyone has a great weekend, and you will probably be seeing me at some point next week. And I will end this with a quick little belly shot. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to do that. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.